esta ocasión me permito saludarles con mucho gusto. Mi nombre es Dani Hernández, parte del equipo de STid aquí en México. La filial se llama Itzimex y bueno, en esta ocasión pues agradecemos a COMPRAFID la oportunidad de brindarles a ustedes algunos comentarios sobre el tema tecnología Rfid y sus aplicaciones. En esta ocasión tenemos el agrado de contar con la presencia de Pierre-Antoine Larrera de Morel, es director comercial corporativo de esta marca que, bueno, pues tiene su presencia aquí en México a través de Itzimex. STid e Itzimex nos dedicamos al Rfid principalmente. Somos fabricantes de lectores y de tags. Quisiera yo en esta ocasión pues cederle la palabra a Pierre-Antoine. Les comento, el webinar tendría una duración de 20 minutos aproximadamente, claro. Podría ser menos, podría ser más, normalmente podría ser más. Y al final, una pequeña sesión de preguntas y de comentarios que con gusto responderemos. Si las fabrican ustedes en inglés, pues me parece que Pierre-Antoine podría ser directamente la persona que pudiera responderles. En caso contrario, si las formulan en español, bueno, pues podríamos responderlas aquí localmente. Ahora les cedo la palabra. No sé si tengamos posibilidad de checar si ellos nos pueden escuchar. Tal vez la respuesta la pueden realizar a través de sus chats. Sí, ok. Muy bien, les agradecemos mucho. Entonces, con este sí que por ahí recibimos, damos por comenzado.
¿Pueden ver la presentación?
Otra pregunta, previo al inicio del webinar, es si ustedes pueden ver la presentación de Pierre-Antoine. No, vamos a afinar este detalle rápidamente.
Okay, I don't know if you can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, very good. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining us. We just have to fix a little thing so that I can share my screen with everybody. It seems that we have a little issue we are going to solve. Danny, maybe I should be activated. I presenting. You are presenting now. And okay. Because I can't share my screen myself here.
Okay, I'm going to check here.
Okay, I don't hear you anymore, Danny. I don't know if you can hear me still. Okay, it seems that sharing my screen is my responsibility. So I will try to do that and to find that myself. Sorry about that.
Okay. Bueno, vamos a esperar un poco. Tenemos un pequeño issue técnico con la cuestión del sharing de la pantalla. Esto, bueno, pues lo estamos resolviendo a la brevedad. Pido disculpas por este pequeño retraso. Sin embargo, bueno, podemos abundar un poquito sobre el tema de lo que STid e Itzimex comercializan. Les puedo comentar que, bueno, Itzimex es una compañía que ya tiene más de 20 años en la industria a nivel mundial. Su principal perfil está caracterizado por una expertise en el Rfid a nivel, digamos, estandarizado. De hecho, STid siempre ha tenido, digamos que presencia en diferentes, pues digámoslo así, reuniones a nivel estandarizado para determinar cuál es el mejor o la mejor forma de establecer nuevas directivas en lo que es el tema de Rfid. Esto, bueno, pues como nivel general. Sin embargo, a nivel comercial, STid e Itzimex ofrecen un producto orientado, un producto Rfid, por supuesto, orientado a la parte de seguridad. Esto que incluye, bueno, pues controles de acceso. Esta rama se divide, bueno, pues digamos que en dos, que podría ser control de acceso personal, no podrían ser, perdón. Y por otro lado, control de acceso vehicular. En estos temas, pues tenemos pues lo mejor que ofrecer, y es precisamente lo que vamos a mostrar ahora con Pierre Antoine. Les voy a pedir un momento, por favor, para detallar algunas cosas aquí internamente con respecto del webinar, que bueno, pues aquí nuestro compañero Pierre no ha podido tener control para esto, ¿no?
Yes, I'm still here, Danny. I don't know if you can hear me.
Okay.
I'm still here. I think it's up to you to give me the control of the presentation, because I have no control from my side to decide to share my screen. Aha, something happened. I don't know what.
Okay, vamos a ver.
Ah, yes, okay. Now you can probably see the screen.
Yes, it's okay. Bueno,
very good.
That's okay. We can start now the webinar.
Yes.
Thanks, Pierre.
No, you're very welcome. Thank you for the introduction, Danny. As you probably mentioned before, I will do the presentation in English, so I will try to be as clear as possible. And excuse me for not speaking Spanish, but I will try one day. We are going to introduce today sorry, I'm just pushing the controls here to see the full screen. Yes, I'm going to introduce you today with a short approach of what we do at STID, what we can offer in terms of product and solutions in the different areas you see in the screen. STID is basically a pure Rfid company making readers and tags. And we apply this know-how in these main application areas that you see, that is access control, vehicle identification, asset tracking in two major industries, not limited to, but two major industries, which are the aerospace industry and the oil and gas and energy. Just to make it a few words about STID. STID exists since 1996, so we are going to celebrate our 20th anniversary this year, and we are completely dedicated to RFID, NFC, and Bluetooth applications. We are the first French RFID manufacturer for security and industrial asset tracking. We are also the first manufacturer to have received a official security certification from the government for one of our products dedicated to access control. We are ISO 9001 certified for all activities in the company, and we are an approved training. We are certified trainers to help and provide service also as well to our customers. This is a unique expertise on the market right now, because we are very few companies to have more than 20 years experience in RFID associated with security and cryptography. Also 20 years experience in applying RFID to industrial processes. Our position is quite strong now in Europe, and we have the chance to be quite successful in our businesses with constant and steady growth over the years, thanks to our customers and partners. So that's good news. The company is going well. The two main areas, as you have probably seen, we work in are the security business for people and vehicle identification applied to access control, and the other side, which is pretty different, even though we use some of the same technologies, which is asset tracking. So on one side we identify usually people in cars, and on the other side we try to identify and track items and objects. The goal is not security, the goal is to have visibility over the process, visibility over the inventories. And we made a specialty to work in what we call harsh or demanding environments, because this is a specific know-how we have. That's why we focus more on aerospace and energy, oil and gas application, as you will see. Just a few more words about the company. We are located in France. We have 2 offices in France, the headquarters and a commercial and sales branch in Paris. We have an office in the UK. We have an office in Australia that is not mentioned yet, and we have, of course, an office in Mexico with ITMX, Danny and the team. Some customer references. This is absolutely not limited, but we have a few big names who have decided, and we thank them to trust our product and solutions over the years. We have hundreds of thousands of readers and millions of tags in the field since 1996, and everything is going well up to now. The first area I will talk about is the security business, where we are doing products, developing products to protect people, mostly in the access control area. In this area, we have developed a special philosophy where we really stress on the security of the solution we provide. In access control, we are selling identification, and identification is the first part of the access control information chain, and this is a very sensitive part because we are providing electronic keys and electronic identities to people and to customers, and we believe that this technology and the technology we provide have to be secured. I take the short example that if you install a lock, and if you ask a locksmith to install locks and keys into your own home, you will be very careful about the security of the keys, about the quality of the lock. So in the access control business, people often think that if they have a card, they are secured, which is completely wrong, because in these technologies you have hundreds of possibilities, and not all of them are secured. So all the concepts and all the products we provide are based on this philosophy that we have to secure completely the full chain of information between the card and the reader, between the reader and the system where the equipment is connected to. Because there are threats, there are also a possibility to implement countermeasures to protect the global chain of security. If one part of the chain is weak, then the complete system is weak. So this is why we position our products as high security products, and this is why we work a lot with governments, defense and military application as well. But the technologies we've developed are not reserved for these markets. The technologies are available also for industries and, of course, traditional companies. The first illustration that I will do about that is by making a short introduction of our best-selling product range, which is called the Architect product range. It's a range of readers with a few keywords. This reader range is about 2 years old, and it's really based on a few keywords that are mentioned here, like design, innovation, intelligence, smart products, high security, as I said, and also reliability, because all these criteria are essential criteria to select a product when you are choosing an access control reader. As you see, we have 6 combinations here. It's because the product is quite unique in the way that it is a common platform. You see on the left side of the screen, you have an Rfid core. It is the same electronic board, it is the same base plate, same connection, and from one product, one unique electronic, you can just switch the covers to make a simple reader, to make a reader with a keypad, to make a reader with keypad and biometrics, and to create that way all the combination, including touch screens. it's a product that is very easy to install and extremely versatile in terms of technology compatibilities and security levels. One other very cool feature of this product is to be able to be highly customizable. That is, every reseller, system integrators, or end user can customize the covers. We do that starting from a few units only. We make custom logos, custom colors, special skin effects with leather finish, and by doing this, we provide a very high level of graphic and physical customization of the product, and this is quite pretty much why we call it the architect product, because really architect people usually love it because they can customize it to adapt the product to the office design, for example. And so the fact that an access control reader is the only visible part of a system is nice, but the reader must be good looking as well. We have two other product categories in the identification access control business, which are the hands-free products. It's a long-range range of products, including portable readers and fixed readers using UHF technologies to provide long-range identification for people. I take the example of someone carrying boxes in a warehouse, and they have an access control on the outer door, and when the people are coming with the hands full, it's good that they have an automatic detection, but it's not only detection, it's identification. We use the same technologies for vehicle identification, and this way there are two ways. We can have the driver identification, which is going to use a card, or the vehicle identification itself, when we will be using tags, as you can see the pictures at just below the car, where you have a sticker or a removable tag that you will put on the windshield. It's pretty much like the toll roads. It's quite the same technology, but you can use it for private parkings as well. Just an illustration of the kind of projects we do with our technologies is we have recently secured the most prestigious tower that has been built in Monte Carlo in the south of France recently, which hosts what they call the most expensive apartment in the world, and it's a 170 meters tower with 700 access points. The reason why they chose us is because we are providing a unique reader design, as you can see above the tower image, with very special finish, very special covers using copper-like finish products, using wood decoration, and this is quite unique. Nobody does that on the market, to integrate the RFID identification technology like that in the building area. This is an illustration of what STID can do as well to customize and create tailor-made solutions for special projects. There is a big innovation that I want to, for which I want to make a short introduction, that is going to be launched in 2016, so this year, in the middle of the year. It's the new way to use a phone as an access card. Everybody is doing almost everything with a smartphone right now. Why not opening the door? So we have implemented a solution where the card is in the phone, and it's an application that will communicate with the reader in Bluetooth, but using the special Bluetooth Smart low energy, meaning that the application, the virtual card you will have in your phone, will not be taking a lot of battery from your phone at all. The application can be running in the background without killing your battery, because it's very important for everybody, of course. So this is going to be launched in the middle of the year, and the way it's going to work is a bit like that. So you will have an application that you will download on the App Store or on the Play Store from Google, and with the application you will activate, either online or offline, that is on a local station or on a web server, you will activate your credential, your virtual ID in your phone, and once you will present your phone to the reader, it will behave like an access card and transmit its identification number to the system. And then the system will decide if you are authorized or not to enter the door. One very special thing we have made about that is we have imagined 4 different ways to use your phone in front of a reader, because we wanted the system to be extremely user-friendly and nice to use. So 4 modes. The first one is the card mode, meaning that you just have to show and present your phone a few centimeters from the reader. But that's very classic, that's very obvious. We wanted to make something more nice. So we have invented what we call the tap-tap mode, because everybody is usually walking with the phone in a pocket somewhere, in the jacket or in the trousers. So if you have the phone in your, for example, in your jacket pocket, you just have to double tap with your hand on the phone, and the phone will wake up, the application will wake up and will start communicating with the reader. So you don't have to take the phone out from your pockets. Another one is the slide and pass, because if you have your phone, for example, in a bag, and so you don't have to put your hand in your bag to double tap on it or to retrieve your phone, you will just slide your hand on the reader, and there is a capacitive detection over there that will establish a communication with the phone. The last one is more intended to be used as a remote control, exactly behaving like that. But you will have buttons on the application to trigger, for example, the opening of a gate in a parking, or from, yes, mostly from a parking. At the end of the presentation, I will share with you a link with a video on YouTube that will illustrate the with a animation, will illustrate the different modes. Because I didn't want to. The video is a bit long, so I didn't want it to share. I didn't want it to share it today during the webinar. Now I will switch. Sorry, I'm trying to accelerate a little bit because I talk too much as usual. But I will switch to the other big part of our activity, which is using Rfid to improve industrial process and supervision. Everybody is familiar with the fact that barcode has highly improved all the processes, and now we are really we have entered a new phase with using Rfid instead of barcodes, and especially where barcodes do not work, that is in very harsh and special environments. So what do we do here? Actually, we are designing and manufacturing hardware solutions for industrial applications. It means readers and tags. The special aspects for these readers is that they are designed to be integrated into harsh environments to provide high reading performances, to be easily integrated into existing automation system with a lot of communication interface, and also we provide software expertise to help integrating readers and hardware into existing systems and software. We design also tags. Special tags to be inserted in harsh environment, high temperature, high vibration. You imagine we have, I will illustrate that with an application we've made with helicopters, and when you put a tag on the helicopter engine, it's actually undergoing a lot of terrible constraints, heat, vibration, chemical attacks. So the tag has to be very, very special, as well as certified to be used in a plane, which requires strong certification in terms of quality, mechanical compliance, and so on. So readers and tags for very harsh and strong environments. What does that mean? That means that all these tags are so strong and so performing that they can pretty much behave in every environment. Although we obviously understand that we will not use these hard tags in, for example, the retail industry, because retail industry is using consumable tags, like, for example, paper labels or fabric labels. But we are targeting and focusing more on very harsh environments, because in this area you don't find very much tags that are performing like that. quick example of what we have done in that area. We had a case from Airbus helicopters that wanted to track and trace and implement an onboard maintenance monitoring system for critical parts inside the helicopters. Because before that, they had to send someone in the helicopters to retrieve manually all the serial numbers of the different parts and check with the central computer if the part has been serviced in time and if the part is still flyable. So they wanted to automate this operation. So they came to us, and we have designed the first product of the Iron Tag family, because we have tags in the engine, we have tags on the rotors, we have tags on computer boards, and we have also embedded into the helicopters and integrated into the helicopter a full reading system. So we have tags, readers, and antennas in the helicopter for real-time monitoring of maintenance status of critical parts. So we have adapted existing product from our own range. We have designed new antennas, we have designed new tags in order to make the solution work. In the end, we have an onboard system that is capable of reading and updating the information in each tag inside the helicopter in only one operation, and all this information is collected, stored, and transmitted to the central maintenance database of Airbus helicopters. So this was a great success and a huge technical challenge to make it work. Here are a few examples, few pictures of the integration into the helicopter of the reader unit that you see on the bottom left. You have a couple tags on the engine on the right side of the pictures. We have tags also on the rotor blades. We don't see them very well in the picture, I'm sorry, because they are black on black. But we have tags also on the blades, and they are sustaining a very high G rate and vibration also as well. So the solutions we have implemented in this project are a special UHF reader which was adapted to the flyable, what we call the flyable conditions, as well as special tags to adapt and to fit the different parts. And this is where we have designed this Iron Tag product range with hard and as well as flexible tag. I can say today that we have the only high memory flexible tag that can work on metal and that can be read at a few meters, and that is as well compliant with all the aerospace standards in terms of resistance and performance. We have also a unique product that you see here. I have a little matrix after that where you can compare the products, but you have also this flexible what we call the 360 tag. It's the little rubber band you see, because this tag is made to be installed on wires, cables, tubes, pipes, everything that is cylinder, because it has the capacity to be read at 360 degrees, so whatever the position of the pipe, you can read the tag. The second very special industry we are working in is the energy with oil and gas application, because when we need to integrate RFID into these applications, we have to follow certain rules and constraints. It's more specifically ATEX, these explosive environments regulations. This is why we have implemented a full range of readers, HF and UHF, that are compliant with the explosive environment regulation and that can be installed in these environments. And this time also we are very few to make this kind of products. And so every time there is a use case where the explosive environment is required, you have solution to implement RFID reading and tracking, mobile and fixed readers. An example of this use case is an application of tracking of actually very big items on oil rigs, where we have implemented a fixed configuration of readers and to be able to see items coming in and out from the rig in order to trace and follow which parts are used in which drilling sessions in order to improve maintenance and quality control over the process. This is a little summary of the different tags I have shown before, and you can see the specifications that we have reached, and if you you can benchmark that to other products on the market, and you will see that we have exceeded probably most, if not every other product in the market with these specifications. Okay, I hope I have accelerated enough my presentation to reach the end. The presentation is obviously short due to the format. As for first presentation, I wanted to cover many different subjects. We have a very large product catalog. It was absolutely impossible to review everything today. I just wanted to give you a little overview of what we are capable of. It's not limited to that, and I invite you to contact our partners COMPRARFID to get more information about the products. And for now, I will hand over probably the mic to maybe Danny, if he wants to answer some questions if you have any, and otherwise I remain at your disposal to answer them. Thank you very much.
Ok, muchas gracias, Pierre. Te agradecemos la amplia y rápida y concisa presentación que nos acabas de hacer sobre los productos. Vamos a empezar ahora con la sesión de preguntas o comentarios por parte de nuestro público. Si gustan, podríamos compartirlas directamente con Pierre, aunque sean en español, las podríamos traducir para que, bueno, pues él mismo las conteste si así ustedes lo desean, ¿no? Entonces, bueno, pues vamos por iniciada la sesión de preguntas. ¿Puedo hacer públicas las preguntas?
Sí.
Ok. Bueno, tenemos una primera pregunta. Nos dice, hola, ¿tienen alguna solución ya integrada para control de inventarios? Ok. Vamos a traducir esta pregunta para transferírsela a Pierre-Antoine. La pregunta es la siguiente. Pierre, I'm going to translate the questions.
Yes.
Okay. It says as follows. It says, hello. Do you have any solution already integrated for logistics, for control of inventory, you know?
Yes, okay. Well, inventory, yes. The first question I have, sorry, I will answer with a question, is we can do inventory control, of course, using Rfid. But my question is, what kind of item do you want to track? For every project approach, we need to see what kind of items you want to track, how are we going to use, what kind of tags we are going to use. Is it a dynamic inventory control? Are you going to track the items where they are coming in and out from the warehouse, for example? But yes, we have done that different times for different type of hardware. We are using portals, we are using fixed readers on tables to check individual items. We are using portals and tunnels to identify card boxes, pallets. So yes, it's but I will refer to a project approach in order to understand your requirement. But this is absolutely possible.
Okay, thanks, Pierre. Ok, vamos a ver la siguiente pregunta que nos formulan por aquí. Okay, the question is, Pierre, this, from the same person. It says, about the control access, do you have solution, a complete solution, I think he refers, or just hardware?
Or just what?
Hardware. Just the hardware. Just
well, no. STID is making only readers, but we are most of our customers in the access control business are providing complete solution. So it is very, very easy to refer you to one of our partners, which is specialized in access control software solutions. This is not a problem at all.
Ok, perfecto. Para Francisco, ¿quién es quien formuló esta pregunta? No sé si se haya quedado clara por ahí un poquito. Ok, Francisco, en este caso de proyecto, me parece que lo más recomendable vendría siendo ponerse en contacto directamente con COMPRAFID para ver este proyecto. Yo personalmente acompaño a COMPRAFID para delinear y delimitar cada uno de los proyectos, de las propuestas técnicas que se deben de hacer, ¿no? Vamos a pasar a la siguiente pregunta, por favor. Okay, Pierre, there is another question.
Yes.
It says, hello, I am interested to know if STid has already something for animal control, for identification of animals.
Actually, no. We don't do, well, no. It's not a clear no. We don't have and we don't provide tags dedicated for animal identification. However, we make readers that are compatible with that technology if you are using UHF.
Okay. Perfecto.
Because, the animal identification is sometimes is following special standards. So if it is cattle, for example, we will not be providing solution. If it is another category, maybe we could with UHF solutions.
There is another question, Pierre, but I'm going to share with you. It's just I think a question for you to locate perhaps a little bit more the customer, because he says, hello, I am thinking to use a drone, you know, that makes a scan over a territory, and with a Rfid reader implemented, I want to achieve real-time locating of cows.
That's an interesting idea. It's very, very original, very innovative. Actually, the thing is, we would need to use a pretty long-range identification technology to do that, because I guess usually the distances we get with passive UHF technology is about 10 meters, 12 meters, 15 meters reading range in order to make it reliable. So I'm not completely sure this technology is perfectly suited for the application you are mentioning. But that's an interesting case we could think about.
Okay, thanks a lot. We have another one from the same person that is providing with a lot of questions gladly for us. It says, the materials in the aerospace industry are very important. So, do you make tags observing, for example, plastics specifications?
Can you repeat the last part of the question?
Okay. The materials in the aerospace industry are very important.
Yes.
So, do you make tags observing? For example, plastics specifically?
Oh, no, the tags we are making for aerospace industries, we select the materials which are resistant to the requirements. So usually we have requirements that are conflicting requirements, and this is why it's very difficult to do. Because the requirements are on one side, the product must be extremely strong, and on the other side, the product must be extremely lightweight. So we are using plastic, we are using special plastic which are very light, extremely light, and at the same time extremely strong. And also the plastic and the materials we use are also selected because they are not interfering with the radio emission of the tag itself, and so they are not creating perturbation to any system. I don't know if that was the question, but
Let's see. Esta pregunta ha sido contestada correctamente para la persona que la formuló. Veremos en un momento más. Por el momento pasemos a la siguiente pregunta. For each reference of STID tag, how many different parameters can identify the white band? Okay. That's the question, but I'm going to
Yes.
answer that in Spanish. Aquí la pregunta en donde nos dice que para cada modelo de tag, ¿cuántos valores diferentes puede identificar el ancho de banda? Sería interesante saber cuál sería la restricción que se tiene en el proyecto y asimismo también conocer el proyecto en sí, la naturaleza del mismo, para determinar este tema del ancho de banda. Normalmente los tags trabajan en una sola frecuencia, que en Norteamérica viene siendo 915 MHz. ¿Okay? Igualmente les invitamos a ponerse en contacto con nuestros distribuidores o integradores para, bueno, abundar en este tema. Con compra Rfid, por supuesto. Vamos a aprovechar este comentario para cederle la palabra a compra Rfid en el tema de dar algunos datos de contacto. Un momento.
Gracias a todos por participar y nos pueden escribir a ventas@comprarfid.com, ventas en plural @comprarfid.com o al teléfono 53 57 36 16. Regreso la palabra a Dani y a Pierre.
Gracias, Montserrat. Vamos a pasar a la siguiente pregunta. Pierre, we are going to read another question.
Yes.
It's interesting one. It says, what is difference between products with only RF systems, like anti-theft systems in stores and something like that, and the other ones that we offer normally?
Anti-theft system used and mostly are still based on, as you say, RF system, which means it's just the anti-theft tag is just a trigger that will perturbate the antennas when the item enters the antenna detection area. So the antenna is detecting something, but it's not identifying which item is passing by. With RFID, and that's the big difference, we are communicating with the chip, which is holding memory and then numbers and identification information. And so anti-theft is much more dedicated to detection, and RFID is much more dedicated to identification. So the consequence of that is that it is easier to detect than to identify, because the communication is much more complex for identification. But the basic of the RF communication are the same otherwise. Nowadays, more and more brands and stores are implementing slowly but surely, are implementing new generations of RFID anti-theft system, which are mixing detection and identification as well.
Ok, muchas gracias, Pierre. Con esto, bueno, pues queremos preguntar antes de finalizar si existe alguna otra pregunta o algún comentario al respecto, ¿no? Ok, bueno, pues Pierre, I think that questions and comment session has been finalized. I don't know if you want to send a last message for our audience. And also, of course, to thank to them.
No, yes, thank you, Danny. No, the last message is just thank you for your time. And as I said before, you can contact your partners, Compra and CIMEX. They will answer more questions, and I invite you also to browse our website to see all the products we possible to explain everything in such a short format. We can do more dedicated presentation on more specific topics later in time if required. But thank you again for your time, and we remain at your disposal for any question, of course.
Nuestros teléfonos son 53 57 36 16 y el correo electrónico ventas@comprarfid.com. Repito, ventas en plural @comprarfid.com. Nuestra página es ese dominio, www.comprarfid.com, y por supuesto ahí pueden encontrar los productos de STid. Efectivamente, como lo dijo el ingeniero Dani Hernández, nosotros somos distribuidores mayoristas y Dani nos acompaña a visitarlos para hablar un poco de su proyecto y necesidades, si así lo requieren, en el Distrito Federal y área metropolitana. Quedamos a sus órdenes, agradecemos nuevamente su participación y no se pierdan los siguientes meses, habrá más webinars disponibles para ustedes. Este webinar estará disponible además en el canal de YouTube, en nuestro canal de YouTube de Compra, en breve, y lo podrán escuchar nuevamente completo. Cerramos la sesión. Muchas gracias.